Production.
What's poppin'? Okay, we're going over Wonderfi. I'm probably gonna start breaking this down a little bit more frequently, just because, one, I believe I have a fair grasp on it. I have skin in the game here. I've been watching this for a long time, and it seems that we're getting a nice response on the YouTube. A bunch of people are commenting, enjoying the videos. So I'm going to be posting a little bit more on Wonderfi throughout the next several months. Okay, so I want to clarify a few things, right? I'm not day trading this by any means. I'm not even swing trading it. My thesis here is that price is going to increase significantly. Now, there's many different reasons why. If you watch previous videos I've posted on Wonderfi, you'll understand my thesis and you'll get a better understanding of why I'm in it, right? So if my thesis could potentially bring us towards $1, that's a significant price increase from here, right? So that's around a 450x. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen. What I'm doing is using technicals and my understanding of market psychology and basic pattern recognition to my advantage, right? So I've gathered a position in this range from anywhere from, I think it was my first time buying, it was around 11 cents. We made a low. That's when I first dabbled in. I also bought some at around 28 cents. And then on my way down, I've been gathering a position. Okay, so that's just to clarify for those who are wondering. Today's big pump, right? What does that mean? It really doesn't mean that much in my opinion. Is it significant? I do think it's significant because it's the first close that we've had over this gap that we've been talking about in previous videos. So, with that being said, if you look at the previous pumps, whoa, holy shit. All right, sorry about that. If you look at the previous pumps, they've all followed through with major rejection, right? So back over here, big volume coming in. This is back in November. Big volume, we reject, massive wick. So price went up that day, but then people sold off dramatically. We come back into the beginning of January, middle of January. We have a nice 5, 6, 7, maybe 10-day pump here, leading into a volume climax situation. Again, go back, watch these videos. I am breaking all this shit down live. No, not live, but like on a weekly basis here. So we have this major rejection and we come back down, right? So this was a $5 million seed round investment, I believe. We break down, we leave a gap behind. We have major news coming in. Again, large volume. Wonderfi, CoinSquare, CoinSmart merger, okay? Them merging together creates the largest Canadian crypto exchange that has dealt with over $1.65 billion in assets, right? So there's a bunch of catalysts that are slowly forming together. We're starting to see an increase in higher lows, right? So the stock's not breaking down below previous lows, where if you look at the year prior, it was continuously breaking down, right? So now we're gaining a floor here. And now, since we'll call it last November, it's been around 9 months of sideways action, okay? What I do like about today's 20% move is that there is no rejection yet, okay? So we closed above this gap, first time closing above it since January 24th. And what are we going to look for now? This is why I want to preface, it doesn't really mean too much just yet, right? If you've been gathering shares and you're in the green now, congrats. Like, this is what happens when you pay attention when nobody else is paying attention. But what we want to see now is we want to see how we consolidate after this big volume, right? So look at the previous, right? Big volume coming in, we get a nice pump, we get a nice move, 20% move to the upside, maybe even more, but then we just rip back down. What we want to see is a healthy consolidation. This will give us a sign that things are changing and the trend is now in the bull's favor. Okay, this low, higher high, and then we started creating higher lows into this resistance is hints that things could be getting more bullish. What we want to look for now, how do we consolidate? Do we rip right up into this zone, which would be our resistance, and then we come back down and consolidate for a bit, creating a pattern? That could happen. Do we go sideways now because we have major large volume coming in? We try to catch up to this 8 EMA on the daily time frame, and maybe we just let it do its thing, go sideways before we tackle 25 cents, right? Or do we come right back to this lower trend line around the 17, 16 and a half cent range and continue to battle with this zone here under this gap? Okay, so these are the things we need to look and pay attention to. All in all, long-term thesis here with the crypto space, money's coming into the space, right? This is the thesis. Bitcoin is now going to be an institutional battle where we're going to see all these ETFs, likely, not all of them, but some of them are going to get accepted. With that being the case, money's coming into the space. We're expecting a bunch of crypto-related stocks to go up with the tide during that time. If that's the case with Wonderfi, it being a very volatile racehorse, we're expecting at least a push into this 54 range, right? This zone. So we have a lot to look forward to. It just takes time. I wouldn't get overly excited. And now that you see a 20-something% day, drop your everything into it. No, take your time, develop some understanding, think about this, and make a plan, right? So again, I highly recommend watch previous videos I've posted on this. I have so much detail about the stock, about the company, my thoughts on the technicals. It really could pose it could come with some value for you, if you get what I'm saying. I'm getting a little bit tired, been up since 3:30, but that's the breakdown here. Easy.